What's good now, YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai 71 here bringing another video. Today I'm bringing a video on the Power Rangers movie 2017. This video is going to be focused on some merchandise that were just recently revealed, and I thought I might as well talk about it because a lot of people probably have been seeing it, maybe a little bit, in stores like Walmart and Target. Now you may be wondering, what am I referring to? Well, I'm not talking about the toys. I'm talking specifically about clothing, apparel, tchotchkes, all sorts of other kinds of products that isn't necessarily just toys. So for example, one of the things that a lot of people have been talking about is that they revealed these Red Ranger mugs, Red Ranger helmet basically mugs, which look cool, and that's very nice to see. I think that they're found in Target. They're about $15, I believe. That's not bad. What also was shown off were some necklaces and bracelets, I meant to say, for the movie. These bracelets look like ones that are meant to be related to Rita Repulsa due to the fact that their color is that darker kind of green, and darker colors in general that don't necessarily imply it would be something worn by, say, Trini or Kimberly. So that is important to note. Also because there is the power cord in the middle, and it looks sort of like that same kind of coloring. They also have lanyards. The lanyards have the Rangers on them, and also they have a keychain attached which says it's Morphin Time, which is cool. They also showed off some t-shirts. There is a Red Ranger t-shirt which looks cool with a black image on it. There are hats which look pretty neat, as well as sunglasses, or glasses in general, with a glasses case, and the case looks pretty darn awesome, I have to say. They also have socks which they are selling related to the movie. There's a white shirt with like red, black, and blue on them. I'm trying to see what else there is. There are like 4-piece glass sets. If you look at this big image that I'm probably showing, it shows off like the mugs, the what do you call it? The hat, the glasses, the bracelets, the mugs. It also shows off a water bottle, which I have a better image of as well. And I think the last image, if you look at this one, might be an umbrella or something else. It might be a pin. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it could be one or the other, which is still really cool. Another thing that a lot of people have been talking about is the fruit snacks. Many people have been seeing these fruit snacks in the stores. I haven't gone to the store lately, so I'm sure if I went, I would probably find them. But yeah, there are fruit snacks in certain stores that have the Rangers on them with promoting the movie. There are 10 pouches per box, which is, average, and that's fine. I don't know if they actually look like the Rangers or if they look like fruit. Like fruity bits or whatever. They don't really have like an image, at least on the front of the box. I really don't know for a fact though. I'd be curious to see, but I don't expect it to be maybe the heads, but that's about it. Hopefully they have like the different colors, like they'll probably make red, strawberry, blue, like I don't know, blueberry or something like that, and yellow, like a lemon kind of flavor, pink maybe a peach flavor, and then black maybe a grape or something like that. I don't know, just a thought. Could be completely different. Also, you have to remember fruit snacks are much more artificial, so it's not likely that they're going to really have those kind of flavors, but they'll have something gummy or whatever, but it's fine. The other thing that was shown off were Mighty Morphin Funko Plush Dolls that are going to be releasing, that are completely separate from the movie, but are related to Mighty Morphin. These figures are supposed to be ones that are supposed to have all 7 Rangers. Yes, they're going to have green and white, and they already started showing up in stores. Here's an image of red, blue, and yellow, which looks very cool, and they actually do have their chest symbol, and it's properly drawn and everything, and it really looks like, it looks right. It looks accurate. It looks definitely the way that it's supposed to, which is really good. That means that they are paying attention to detail and all that. People are going to be happy to see that. All sorts of other stuff is starting to show up as well, but I just wanted to mention that. Another thing that plenty of people may have seen is the image of Zordon, and apparently there was information about him regarding the fact that he is supposed to be this mentor that kind of like is stressed out and is struggling with his with the Rangers, because a lot of them don't take it seriously and they just think that they can do what they want and don't really treat it the way that they should. They don't treat it with responsibility. They just sort of recklessly use their powers, and he feels like they should all be one. They should all be a group, and they should be equal in that sense, in the senses of them all caring. And the thing is that he's supposed to be this conflicted mentor, which is very different from what they did in the TV show, because in the TV show, Zordon was a character that kind of was like, oh, they'll come back. Like, it wasn't clearly said or anything. And, he was, for the most part, he had words of wisdom, but he wasn't always talking. He wasn't like a real person. He seems like he's going to be a little bit more of like an actual person rather than being this kind of wise man who just, he tries to reassure them, but he's not very like persistent, I guess you could say. So hopefully they give him that kind of attitude where he's a little bit more tough and a little bit more pushy with them, and wants them to really take it seriously rather than putting it off. Really believing in them, and obviously they'll eventually gain it, but it's important to note that kind of stuff. One other thing that I wanted to mention is that supposedly people are believing that the Power Rangers movie 2017 next trailer that people have been waiting for since the October trailer had gone out, and people were like, whoa, when are we getting the next one, right? Because people loved the first one. A lot of people did. A lot of people didn't like it, but there was a good mix. And a lot of people are very curious to see what they're going to do with the next trailer. And so, supposedly, what people are assuming Super Bowl Sunday, February 5th, is what people are suspecting is going to be when they're going to do it. Now, don't get me wrong, could it happen? Yeah, and you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I just hope that if they choose to do it, they choose to do it towards the first half of the game. The reason why I say this is because when it comes to the Super Bowl, people lose interest as the game goes on, and that means people turn it off. That means people just don't watch. That means people don't really care as much, and people also get drunk, and a lot of other stuff happens, so they lose their focus. They don't really care as much, depending on who they are, depending on their age, depending on all that stuff. But the point to remember is if they're going to show it towards the first half, that's more reassuring. Ideally, if they could show it during the first quarter, even during the first couple minutes of the game stuff that goes on, that's good. Because if it's in the earlier commercials, what that means is they're basically guaranteeing that they'll get a larger audience to actually remember, oh yeah, that commercial was shown. Now, obviously, people who don't care about the franchise won't care, but at the same time, seeing it earlier means that there's a better chance people will see it at all, because that's kind of important to remember. If it's too late, less people will even know about it, and less people will even care. So it is important to note that, and that's why hopefully it does happen in the first half, if not the first quarter. Because what's important about that, not only for us as fans that we want it, but the thing is that if more people know about it, that means that more people are likely to hopefully actually see the movie and actually care about it, and they get a better impression. Because as much as plenty of us saw the movie trailer when it came out on YouTube and all this other stuff, and everyone was super hyped up or whatever, the thing is that as much as that was great, a lot of people saw it, but not all of them saw it but several of them were repeat viewers, several of them weren't. But the thing is that there's a lot of people that have no idea it's even coming out, and it's important to remember that. So this is their opportunity to say, if this is good, we might get a large audience. And they haven't done a trailer, so if this is where they're planning on showcasing it, this is a really great opportunity for them to hype it up, because it was originally showcased at first at a convention, which is cool, but it limits the audience. And sure, it went up online, but still, you get my point. It's limited in the sense is that it doesn't remind people enough that it's coming out. And sure, it's showing up in magazines, you're seeing it in stores a lot more, but even so, there are people that are just not aware at all. And some people don't have TVs, and some people don't go to high-priced stores. So you get my point. Well, not high-priced stores, but you get my point. Like, Walmart and Target and all those other places, they don't see any of this stuff, or Toys R Us, So just be aware, if this is true, that's great, and hopefully it's the first half. Again, if it isn't, not the end of the world, but you understand where I'm coming from with saying that, because we want to have, like, if you want a sequel, then you want more people to see it, and you want them to make money. You know, the more money they make, the more likely they're going to be to actually make a sequel. And as much as they've hyped up this idea of having several movies, you know, several movies also implies they need to make a lot of money, and they've put in a lot of money already into it. So hopefully they're doing well with this, you know. But we'll see what happens. So I'd love to know your guys' opinions about all this merchandise. Have you bought any of this stuff? Ones you have considered buying? What are your guys' opinions on any of this merchandise and more? I would love to know in the comments below. See you guys in the next video. Check out my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And that's what I did for me, guys. So until then, guys, see you guys next time. Bye bye.